Isa po akong ateista. Ngayon, paano mo ako mapapaniwala na totoo ang Diyos kung sakaling walang Bibliya? At kung totoo ang Diyos, bakit ginawa niya ang mga kasalanan? Kasi, alam niyo po, Brother Eli, ateista na po ako, matagal na kasi po. Dahilan na rin po sa, wala naman talagang tunay na basihan kung bakit talaga totoo ang Diyos. Ngayon, paano mo ako mapapaniwala?
Alam mo, kapatid, ganito yon. Yung mag-isip ka na walang Diyos, no? Saan mo kinuha yung isip na walang Diyos? Kung ikaw ang tanungin ko ngayon, paano mo ako mapapaniwalang walang Diyos? Babalik ko sa'yo. Sandali kapatid. Nag-a-analyze lang tayo. Sinasagot kita, pero in a way for you to analyze, there are two schools of thought. More than 70% of humanity, more than 70% of them believe that there is God. Only a little less than 20% are agnostics and atheists. Mas kakaunti kayo. Mas marami kaming naniniwala sa Diyos. Ngayon, meron dalawa ngayong schools of thought. May Diyos, walang Diyos. Saan mo kinuha yung notion na walang Diyos? Paano mo ako paniniwalain na walang Diyos? Gaya nung tinatanong mo sa akin, na paano kita papaniwalain na may Diyos? To be fair, what you are asking me, you also have to ask yourself para maging makatarungan, ba't ba ako naniniwalang walang Diyos? Sino ba nagsabi sa akin na walang Diyos? Tatanungin mo naman ako ngayon sa akin, ba't ba ako naniniwalang may Diyos? Sino ba nagsabi sa aking may Diyos? Ang nagsabi sa aking may Diyos, ang Biblia. No? Pero ang sabi mo, ay sagutin kita ng walang Biblia. Which is very hard. Pero susubukin kong sagutin kita ng walang Biblia. Eto. Ayon sa mga naniniwalang walang Diyos, lahat ng bagay umiral dahil sa Big Bang. Because of the Big Bang, there was a Big Bang. That Big Bang caused the existence of the stars, the planets, and all the things that are around us in the universe. And gradually, all these things produced one-celled plants and animals, which is a wrong deduction. How can inorganic matters produce organic matters? There is no explanation in science that will prove that inorganic matter such as soil, elements like water, fire, and everything that exists that we know now have the power to produce organic matters, living matters. I have seen a stone from my childhood, a rock, which is up to now is a rock. It has no capacity to make itself live or exist para magkaroon ng buhay. Yung rock, 20 million years ago is up to now a rock. Kaya sa inyong paniniwalang, mga ateista, walang link kung paano nagkaroon ng living things. Kasi, paniwala nyo, nag-umpisa sa Big Bang. Ano ba yun? Nag-Big Bang na sumabog. Yun daw yung mga stars, nag-form ng stars, etc. Lahat yan ay mga inorganic matters yan non-living organisms yan, kung tawagin paano nagkaroon ng buhay? Nag-umpisa raw sa one-celled plants and animals. Kaya ang mga ateista, mga descendants ng amoeba, lahat ng undesirable na mga bagay, yung mga bacteria, diyan ang galing ang mga ateista Kung papaniwalaan mo sila, diyan sila nang galing. Wala silang capacity to think. Kasi yung amoeba, walang capacity to think yun Yung mga one-celled plants and animals Na nangyari, sumunod, nagkaroon ng evolution. Which is a product of chance. Parang pagkakataon. Survival of the fittest and the elimination of the unfit. Yan ang mga formulation na ginawa nila. Yung natural selection, survival of the fittest, elimination of the unfit, pagkatapos ay yung sinasabi nilang cause and effect sa environment. Yun ang nagmolde para nagkaroon ng tao na ateista ngayon. Ngayon, kung pag-aaralan natin yan, kapatid, walang base yan eh. The Big Bang cannot be true. Ang definition kasi ng mga scientists sa Big Bang, pakibasa mo nga, Sis Luz.
Ito po, the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory has been accepted by a majority of scientists today. It theorizes that a large quantity of nothing decided to pack tightly together and then explode outward into hydrogen and helium. This gas is said to have flowed outward through frictionless space. Frictionless, so the outflowing gas cannot stop or slow down to eventually form stars, galaxies, planets, and moons.
Yan ang paniniwala ng Athiesta, Big Bang. It's a theory that a large quantity of nothing decided to pack tightly together and then explode outward into hydrogen and helium. Is that scientific? No. That is anti-scientific. Why? How can a large quantity of nothing, how can you quantify nothing? Even their explanation of the Big Bang Theory is not sensible. It is inane. It is insane. How can you quantify nothing? A large quantity of nothing decided to pack tightly together? Where will the decision come from? From the nothing? Then, again, after deciding to pack tightly together, they decided again to explode. To do things which are directly opposite one another. How can this theory be true? Nothing can decide for themselves to do two things directly opposite, to pack together and to explode, for the stars to be there and the galaxies to be there. People with scientific mind will not believe the Big Bang Theory. It is just like saying that it is an accident. The Big Bang Theory is just like an accident. And how can an accident produce things which are very, very orderly? Let us use observatory science. Mag-observe ka ngayon, kapatid. Can accident produce things that seemingly are planned to exist? Planned to exist. Why? Makikita mo yung relationship ng all living things. Plants support animal life. Animal life support plant life. There is an exchange of benefits between the two kingdoms. The animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. The plant kingdom uses carbon dioxide to produce its food and to grow. In the process of photosynthesis, while plant is producing their food, their byproduct of the manufacture of their food for them to grow and to exist is oxygen, which is in turn used by the animal kingdom, very necessary for the animal kingdom, especially to man, to have a constant supply of oxygen. And that oxygen will later on, after being used by humans and animals, will be turned into carbon dioxide, which is needed by the other part of the kingdom, the animal and the plant kingdom. Can this be a product of an accident? Or can this be an intent of somebody who created everything to exist? Isipin mo, no? Bakit ang carnivores merong shorter intestine than the herbivores? Bakit? Kasi yung herbivores, kaya merong larger intestine to give way for a much longer digestion of food. At bakit yung mga, kagaya ng mga baka, mga tupa, merong 4 chambers ng stomach to make use of the cellulose in plants, which is not fit for humans, because we were not created to be herbivores. Yun ba produkto ng aksidente? Na iba ang ating bituka kaysa sa bituka ng mga cattle kumakain ng damo? Meron kasing parte ng damo, yung cellulose, hindi natin kayang tunawin. We need cellulose to benefit from the plant. Kaya nga yung gustong magpapayat, kumain ka ng mga herbs. which is meant by God to herbivores. Pag kumain ka ng herbs, hindi mo makukuha yung mga cellulose kasi wala kang cellulase, wala ka nung enzyme na yun in your stomach, in your system, kagaya ng kalabaw, na sila puro kinakain lang yung damo, lumalaki yung kalabaw, tumataba yung kalabaw. Pero pag ikaw na human ang kumain nun, wala kang cellulase, hindi mo madadigest yung cellulose. Kaya ikaw, pagka kumain ka ng puro herb, hindi ka tataba. Kaya yung mga gusto maging slim, nagkakakain ng gulay. No? Kasi nauuwi lang sa fiber. Yung mga hindi niya ma-digest, mga undigestible na mga fibers doon sa plant products, hindi niya ma-digest. Kaya hindi ka tataba. Magiging slim ka. It is explained by the fact that in our system, we do not have that enzyme cellulase that digest the cellulose part of the plant. Meaning we are different being from cattle, from goats, and from those herbivores. Kapag tayo ginawa ng Diyos na frugivores. Ayon sa Biblia, ang utos ng Diyos kainin ni Adan, lahat ng bunga ng punong kahoy sa halamanan ng Eden. And that is discovered by science, the best for humanity. Yang mga prutas, ng mga punong kahoy, mga prutas, at saka yung mga herbs, binigay ng Diyos yan ayon sa Biblia para to clean our system. But that is not our staple food. Our staple food should be fruits.
Okay po.
Ngayon, can all this be the product of an accident or the Big Bang? The product of evolution? At sabi ng mga Athiesta, ang evolution daw, kaya raw nagkaroon ng sea lion, wala na raw makain sa lupa, pumunta raw sa dagat yung sea lion, kaya nakadevelop nung pangsa. Ganon. Eh kung totoo yan, bakit naman meron pang leon hanggang ngayon? Meron land lion. At kung totoo yung evolution, bakit hanggang ngayon may bacteria pa? The same bacteria that exist 3 billion years ago. Let us show a scientific proof that the bacteria that exist 3 billion years ago exist up to now. If evolution is something true, there must be no bacteria now. Bakit? Dapat lahat ng bacteria nag-evolve na. Let us read this, Sister Luz.
Yes, but really, it may seem surprising that bacteria can leave fossils at all. However, one particular group of bacteria, the cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, have left a fossil record that extends far back into the Precambrian. The oldest cyanobacteria-like fossils known are nearly 3.5 billion years old, among the oldest fossils currently known. Cyanobacteria are larger than most bacteria and may secrete a thick cell wall. More importantly, cyanobacteria may form large layered structures called stromatolites, if more or less dome-shaped, or oncolites, if round. These structures form as a mat of cyanobacteria grows in an aquatic environment, trapping sediment and sometimes secreting calcium carbonate. When sectioned very thinly, fossil stromatolites may be found to contain exquisitely preserved fossil cyanobacteria and algae. The picture above is a short chain of cyanobacterial cells from the Bitter Springs Shirt of Northern Australia, about 1 billion years old. Very similar cyanobacteria are alive today. In fact, most fossil cyanobacteria can almost be referred to living genera. Compare this fossil cyanobacterium with this picture of the living cyanobacterium oscillatoria. Aside from cyanobacteria, identifiable fossil bacteria are not particularly widespread. However, under certain chemical conditions, bacterial cells can be replaced with minerals, notably pyrite or siderite iron carbonate, forming replicas of the once living cells or pseudomorphs. Some bacteria secrete iron-coated sheets that sometimes fossilize. Others may bore into shells or rocks and form microscopic canals within the shell. Such bacteria are referred to as endolytic, and their borings can be recognized all through the Phanerozoic. Bacteria have also been found in amber fossilized tree resin and in mummified tissues. It is also sometimes possible to infer the presence of disease-causing bacteria from fossil bones.